She has been widely known as India's Frida Kahlo, and you will soon see why. Welcome back to the series where I introduce you to Asian artists that the West does not talk about enough. She was an absolute icon. Plus, drop dead gorgeous. Amrita Shergill was one of the greatest avant-garde women artists of the 20th century. She was a queer icon, a rebel, belonging to a mixed heritage. Her mother was a Hungarian opera singer and her father belonged to the Sikh aristocracy. Her work became the foundation of modern Indian painting and influenced the PAG that I spoke about in my last video. She saw and painted women through a female gaze, and that is why so many women connect to her work. While researching about her, what shocked me the most was that there was no other women included at that time. You would see all these names of men popping up, and they're right in the middle of it, or I should say the start of it, was Amrita Shergill. It's not that women did not pursue fine arts back in the days. It was quite rare, of course, but no one was at that level. Amrita stood out because she came from a rare combination of a liberal, wealthy, intellectual family that let her study in Paris, where, by the way, she was the first Indian woman to study at the Beaux-Arts. What she did was that instead of staying in Paris, she decided to return to India at the age of 23. In fact, she famously said that Europe belongs to Picasso, Matisse, and Braque. India belongs only to me. At a time when India was being portrayed as the exotic East, glittering, mystical, romanticized, Amrita painted the reality. Ordinary women. Women in rural India. There was a certain softness and loneliness in her paintings. Amrita painted subjects that were a taboo for her time. Bare-bodied Indian village women. Women in intimate and private moments. No women before her and very few men in India had painted these themes as honestly. Her style was this incredible fusion of Ajanta Kevat, Mughal miniatures and Pahari school, combined with the emotional intensity of post-impressionism. It was local yet somehow very global. Amrita Shergill's life was rebellious and unorthodox. She got expelled from her convent school for declaring that she was an atheist. She loved women and men openly. She had a very lively love life, if we could say. Gossip followed her everywhere. Even her death at the age of 28 was shrouded in mystery. It's insinuated that her death was due to a failed abortion. Nothing has been confirmed. But the impact that she made in such a short life was so massive that the government of India declared all of her works as national art treasures. And honestly, if she hadn't died so young, it's impossible to imagine how much more she would have shaped Indian art. There are too many birds near my house.